Which was because they weren't minding the score when they were in charge. It's not because I came in with a big government agenda. I believe government should be clean and efficient. That's why I proposed a 3-year spending freeze. That's why I set up a bipartisan fiscal commission to deal with our deficit. But in the words of the first Republican president, Abraham Lincoln, I also believe that government should do for the people what they can't do better for themselves. I believe in a country that rewards hard work and responsibility. A country where we look after one another. A country where I say, I'm my brother's keeper. I'm my sister's keeper. I believe in an America that gave my grandfather the chance to go to college because of the GI Bill. I believe in an America that gave my grandparents the chance to buy a home because of the Federal Housing Authority. I believe in an America that gave their children and grandchildren the chance to fulfill our dreams thanks to scholarships and student loans like some of you are on. That's the America I know. That's the choice in this election. Instead of $700 billion tax breaks for millionaires and billionaires, we want to make permanent the tax cuts for middle-class America. You deserve a break. Instead of cutting education and student aid, we want to make permanent our new college tax credit. That's worth $10,000 of tuition relief for each young person going to 4 years of college. We want to make clear that in good times and in bad times, no young American should have to sacrifice the dream of a college education just because they can't afford it. That's what we believe. If we let the other side take control of Congress, they'll spend the next 2 years fighting to preserve tax breaks for companies that create jobs and profits overseas. Billions of dollars in taxpayer subsidies that we lose each year. Over the last 20 months, we've taken the step of closing a lot of these tax loopholes. And over the next 2 years, we're going to fight to give tax breaks to companies that are actually creating jobs here in the United States of America. The small businesses, the clean energy companies, the American manufacturers, the entrepreneurs who are researching and investing and innovating right here in the United States. That's who we want to help, and that's the choice in this election. If the other side takes back Congress, they've promised to give back power to the same special interests we've been fighting for the last 20 months. In every state, including right here in Wisconsin, you've got millions of dollars pouring in from special interests. I refuse to let that happen. I refuse to go back to the days when insurance companies could deny you coverage or drop your coverage just because you're sick. Let's never get honest. I was talking to a woman who did not have health insurance, even though she was working at a school, contracted cancer, was not sure whether she was going to have to use the entire college fund that she'd saved for her kids in order to get treatment. Fortunately, because of the health reform we signed, she now has coverage. But they would want to roll it back. They don't think that makes sense. I refuse to go back to the days when credit card companies can jack up your rates without reason. I refuse to go back to days where taxpayer-funded Wall Street bailouts end up being necessary. We can't allow the special interests to take the reins again. We got to keep on fighting. There's too much at stake right now. So Madison, it comes down to this. And I'm not just talking to Madison, by the way, because there are 200 campuses across the country who are plugged in through webcams and house parties. So I'm speaking to everybody else. Many of the folks in the other party who are running today are the exact same people who spent the last decade driving our economy into the ditch. So me and Russ Feingold and Tammy Baldwin, we all went down into the ditch. And we put on our boots.